Solve supernatural cases in Tokyo alongside devilishly handsome ghouls and quirky cat familiars. At the prestigious Darkwick Academy, your unruly classmates have sold their souls to demons in exchange for a wish, and you'll have to find a way to make them work together to solve supernatural cases all over Tokyo. If you get stuck, you can always turn to Darkwick's clever cat familiars for their support. Enjoy a wide variety of gameplay modes, explore a gripping story through comics and live 2D, build new facilities with your adorable cat familiars, collect cute and quirky cats, battle monsters with your ghoul classmates, play rhythm games to collect powerful items, join other players in exciting co-op modes. Your time with us is what you make it. Welcome to the bizarre charms of Tokyo's dark side. On April 16th, Tokyo Debunkers was officially released on mobile devices and the story of Darkwick Academy officially began. Hello everyone, it's your favorite giraffe Sid, and welcome to my very first game review in video format. I've been waiting for the release of this game for over 6 years. Yeah, I was there when it was first a sci-fi game with completely different characters and voice actors and gameplay. I stayed when the game suddenly went dark and there were no updates for years. To say I was excited is an understatement. While I was excited to play this all-new story, I was also apprehensive. There had to be some reason that everything was trashed for this new version, and hopefully this game lived up to my hopes. It did not. This game does have its perks, but there are a lot more faults and problems that threaten the game's sustainability. To start off, I'll be talking about the positives. There will be spoilers ahead. There are currently 7 houses in Tokyo Debunker with a total of 21 characters. Each house has their own vibe, and each character has their own unique personality that really pulls the player in. The Frostheim dorm is the most influential and, for the lack of better words, bougie of Darkwick Academy. The captain, Jin Kamurai, is a cold and harsh man. His vice captain, Toma Ishibashi, is cunning and always looks like he has a secret. The 2 newest ghouls to the house are Lucas Errant and Kaido Fuji. Lucas Errant is a kind, slightly dense gentleman, while Kaido, one of my favorites, is the poorest of the group and constantly in debt. His need to be suave and cool is overshadowed by his edgy personality and the need to stay out of danger. Bagastrom is the embodiment of only the strong survive. With an underground fighting ring, the house is led by Alan Mito. He's a tough guy who isn't mean, just bad at talking to people. The vice captain, Leo Kurosagi, is my least favorite. A social media influencer with a big head and ego, he'll do anything to get what he wants. His maybe best friend Sho Haizono has somewhat of a bad attitude but is a hard worker. The only word I can use to describe Jabberwock is whimsical. Haru Sagara is the hardworking captain with a smile who wants you to visit his zoo. Please visit his zoo. The vice captain Toa Otonashi is a lovable weirdo that does his own thing. And finally, there's the grumpy gamer Ren Shiranami. He really doesn't want to be here and would rather be stuck in his room gaming and watching crappy horror movies. If you love anything mafia, you'll love Sinostra. The hot-headed and maybe cannibal Taiga Hoshibami is the captain, but the house's casino is ran by Romeo Lucci. Romeo has a habit of unnecessarily putting words into acronyms and thinks he's the main character in Goodfellas. Ritsu Shinjo is a tight-ass wannabe lawyer that is always looking for a case. Hotorubi is the house that's probably the most normal. And that's saying something. With a traditional Japanese vibe, kabuki actor Subaru Kagami leads the house with a heart of gold and a soft voice. Haku Kusanagi is just your average guy with a helpful older brother vibe. He's also the next owner of his family's shrine. The least normal member is Zenji Kotodama, an inspired man of the quill. A happy eccentric, he's always searching for inspiration for his next biwa piece or writing. He's also my favorite. I love you, Zenji. Obscuri is the most recent house we got to be with. The captain, Edward Hart, is a 40+ years old vampire that prefers to stay inside and make the vice captain, Rui Mizuki, clean up after him. Rui Mizuki is a hardworking man that will kill you with one touch. He not only runs his own bar, but practically keeps the house from falling apart. The newest member is Werewolf like a cult. After being trapped in prison, he's determined to blend into society, even if he is slightly grumpy doing it. We know little about the ghouls of Mort Kraken. There's only 2 members, the captain, Yuri Isami, and the vice captain, Jiro Kirasaki. All we know is that Yuri is a crazy scientist and doctor, while Jiro is a lackadaisical Frankenstein with a broad knowledge of medicine. The colorful characters don't stop there. There's also the staff of Darkwick Academy. Cornelius, who's the cute and small and stressed head mage. Moby, the tentacly teacher that expresses emotion through a mask. Nicholas, the Academy's caring doctor. Benkei, the kinda sus convenience store staff. Dante, the wheelchair-bound no-nonsense attitude teacher. And finally, Hyde, who is literally Gojo, in both personality and looks. Look at him. That is Gojo. All of these characters are so different from each other, it's hard to compare any one of them. Games with a big cast often struggle with having unique personalities. Tokyo Debunker does not struggle with that. They all fit together like pieces of a puzzle. There is a character for everyone to like. The voice acting in this game is absolutely amazing. The game utilizes voice actors that are lesser known to the masses and more popular to those that are into music projects or stage plays, which, in my opinion, the company should utilize to create character songs and albums for the game. I love each and every performance in this game. Even the staff and the NPCs are well voice acted with high quality and realistic emotions. My three favorite voice performances are Naoya Miyase, who plays Zenji, Reiji Kawashima, who plays Kaito, and Sion Yoshitaka, who plays Like a Cult. Naoya Miyase does a divine job of portraying Zenji's artistic and dramatic personality.
ふむ、今日も迷えるリトルシープはいないか。ああ、平和なエブリデイ。これは僕の活動が功を奏したという証。
毎日毎日、お前さんも飽きないね。
何を言っているんだい、ハク君。継続は力なり、好きこそものの上手なれだよ。
ああ、確かにな。余計なお世話だったわ。
むむ、ボーイ、静かにしたまえ。これはミラクルな旋律を思いついたよ。ハク君、この感動を忘れてしまう前にいつものキャメラで記録をしてくれないかい？
はいはい。
Reiji Kawashima's panic and pure distress as he plays Kaito had me laughing every time he appeared.
やばいやばいやばいやばい。神様、仏様、女神様、どうかの皆さんを追っ払ってください。もう、俺、暗いとこ苦手なんだからさ。あきゃー！化け物！
Like a Cult became a favorite character because of Sion Yoshitaka's performance. With his innocence mixed with a grumpy attitude, it was easy to fall for his character.
あと、友達もできた。え？それは随分と早いね。たまたま俺の隣の席にスバ君と同じ寮のやつが座ってたからさ。スバ君の友達だって言って話しかけたら仲良くしてくれた。鉛筆も貸してくれた。
そっか、ホタルビの寮生だったんだね。僕の名前が役に立ったならよかったよ。
ああ、それよりこの棒食べにくくね。
やっぱりまだお箸は早かったかもね。スプーンももらってきたからこれ使う？
あんがとう。
Currently, there's a prologue along 6 episodes available to read. Each episode is around 40 chapters each. The episodes follow the MC as she goes to each house trying to break her curse that will kill her in a year. Fun. From vengeful spirits to cute little anomalous creatures, MC is dragged into dangerous hijinks. The story has a strong plot. While I personally believe some episodes are stronger than others, none of them are inherently bad. The story is captivating. The mix of live 2D and a comic format along with full voice acting makes the story fun to go through. There are some plot twists that even I couldn't see coming. The humor and pacing is fluid and doesn't slow down at all. I'm honestly impressed with the writing and the English translation as well. Besides the characters, the story is the best part of the game. With those strong aspects, there also comes a lot of weak aspects, and I mean a lot. I will be discussing the game's weaknesses and ways to improve and make the game more enjoyable. The rates in this game are absolutely horrendous. I had saved up over 50,000 diamonds for one Zenji SSR card. Each tin pool is 1,980 diamonds. When I finally got his card, I only had 7,000 diamonds left. This was my first SSR card despite pooling on other banners over 30 times. As you can see, getting the boosted SSR is only a 0.7% chance. The SSR Warden card, which is similar to a booster for character cards, is 2.8%. With a limited number of cards available in the rates, it just doesn't make sense at all. The rates are near impossible to get the card you want unless you whale, compared to the rates of other gacha games I've played, which is a lot, and with no plausible concept of hitting pity, the gacha just isn't worth it. Not only that, once you get the SSR card, you have to pay more diamonds to be able to use it as a profile picture. The solution to this is to fix the rates. Maybe introduce a pity system and make it even slightly easier to get the card you want. I understand that gachas are the main moneymaker, but this is just too far. Now, this one took some digging. I noticed something off about the backgrounds during the story. It only happens when the story is not in comic mode, so in live 2D mode. The backgrounds were shaped unevenly, and everything was running together, and it just looked odd. And then I realized they used AI to make the backgrounds. In the recent episodes, it's much harder to tell that the backgrounds are AI. I decided to look into the actual company, Zigzag Games. Lo and behold, the CEO of the company has shown interest in AI and follows several AI-related content makers on LinkedIn. The other art in the game is gorgeous. I simply cannot understand why the game would go dark for 6 years and come out using AI. Even if it's only for backgrounds, I find it unethical and unacceptable. They can use real artists for all other art, they can use it for the background as well. As it stands, the gameplay is non-existent. The battle system is boring and you can only watch the characters fight. The rhythm game is sensitive and doesn't truly follow the beat of the song. It's difficult to tap correctly and not immediately fall off the edge. The only other gameplay is daily fishing and leveling up buildings. The lack of gameplay makes it even more boring than an idle RPG. To make the gameplay more interactive, adding a more intuitive battling system where players can control the characters and moves would be ideal. Fixing the sensitivity and enlarging the tap space for the rhythm game would fix that problem. And lastly, more mechanics should be added, such as personal rooms, decorations, and more interactions with the characters. Right now, it feels like a chore to log onto the game and play. It's not fun and it's rather boring. The time between episodes as of right now is around a month. Considering the Last House introduction episode is coming, it might be even longer until the next part of the story. Due to the gameplay, there isn't much to do between stories. Some birthdays have passed with the characters, and there have been no events to celebrate. Adding events such as birthdays, White Day, June Bride, holidays, and seasonal events would help not only buff out the time between episodes, but it would keep the players from getting bored and add a way to earn in-game currency. I would suggest adding card stories. Right now, the cards are just used for battling and not much else. Adding card stories that are unlockable with each advancement would give the players more content to their favorite characters and possibly more intimate experiences with them. For example, Jin had a gorgeous card that released in June. He was dressed in what looked like an awful lot like wedding attire. It would have been great for the card to come with a side story, maybe one that's a little romantic. Similar to that in Tears of Themis, you can unlock stories based off of the card level. Adding more content is essential to keep the game relevant and interesting. Overall, the game will not last with the way it's going. I think the company needs to listen to player feedback and be proactive in making a change. There's no incentive to log in every day. The grinding mechanics aren't even fun and it feels like a chore. Even with all the upsides of the game, it still feels like a cheap cash grab. Tokyo Debunkers is lacking substance. Without substance, I suspect that the game will terminate its service soon. And it's a shame considering the potential of the game. This was your favorite Chosen Giraffe, Sid. What did you think of my review? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave a comment down below to let me know. And if you played Tokyo Debunker, let me know who your favorite character is. For now, make sure to like and subscribe. All of my social media links will be down in the description below, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye!